Well, I got up, I slept an awful lot, and I woke up at like 7:30 this morning and I got on the road. And so I had an opportunity to meet my sissy for lunch. She treated me for lunch. And then I drove and drove and drove and drove and drove and drove. And like 16 or 17 hours later, I am officially in Florida and I am exhausted. I'm probably not going to be waking up at the crack of dawn and rushing home tomorrow. I think I've got some documents that I need to do. I forgot all about them on Friday. I just got so busy trying to get everything ready. And so, long story short, tomorrow morning I'm going to take some time and get some of my documents that I need to get done. And then I'm gonna eat breakfast and then probably head home. I'm ready to be with my baby girl. JH, Carol, Deanna, Mag, it's nice to see you. Givers and takers. Yes, I'm in Florida. I'm in Florida. So thank God. But we still have a ride home. I will tell you, I almost got myself into a pickle today driving. I just crossed over the Texas Louisiana border and it just downpouring. I mean, I'm from Florida. Like we have hurricane weather. Okay, I know how to drive in hurricane weather, but they were doing construction on the road, and there were some dips where water was collecting, and the speed limit was 70 miles an hour, but it was so the downpour was so bad. I reduced my speed like to 60 miles an hour, and of course the truck was riding on my behind. There's a semi next to me. There's only two, and there's concrete blocks next to me because it's in a construction zone. Or actually, it wasn't even in a construction zone. It was just the blocks from that side and the other side. It was already past. I don't even think we were in. No, I think it was in a construction zone. But anyways, long story short, I think the miles per hour was 60 or 65. Maybe that's what it was. It was reduced to 65. And so I'm going like 60, I want to say 60 miles an hour, and I hit just this wrong patch. And I didn't realize it at first, but I started noticing my car started, going into the other lane. And, this is all happening very quickly, but very slowly. It's like in slow motion. And I'm like, so I just take my steering wheel and try to, move it back over, and I'm realizing the car's not moving. And I realize, I mean, this is all split second. I realize I'm hydroplaning. So, I take my foot off the brake. I've got to hit, foot off the gas. I got to hit the brake a little bit. So the car starts fishtailing. I mean, it did get the truck off me a little bit, but the car started fishtailing. And I was sitting there thinking after it was all said and done, and only, like I said, a split second, I think it went choo, choo, choo. And I had the car under control. And of course, I didn't run off the road. It all happened within my lane. But it was just after the fact I realized, this could have really been a bad day. Like there was no place to go. I got concrete blocks to the one of me, the guy that's riding my ass behind me, and a freaking semi next to me. And I was just, it was after the fact. Like during the moment when everything was happening, I wasn't like freaking out or anything, which is the worst thing you can do because you tense up, you slam on your brake, and next thing you know, you're flipping a vehicle. I had to turn into the thing. I had to take my. It's just I don't even know what all I did. I remember hitting my brake very lightly a couple times, as well as getting the car, curved around, and then getting hitting the gas so it can pull me through whatever is going on in the back end. And long story short, here I am. Baby girl doesn't have a scratch on her. Oh, thank God, thank God. Neither does the semi or the a hole of the truck driver. Run. That's why you don't run on people's butts. Like even if I was okay, if I had to slam on my brakes, I mean, he would have been eating the back end of my vehicle. That is just ridiculous. People need to be smarter. You cannot drive at 50 to 60 miles an hour when you're on their butt. So anyways, as you guys can see, I just got a shower. Feels so good. I turned that damn shower on as hot as it could be. Just hot. I just needed my bones, my muscles. Being in this position all day kind of sucks for 17 hours. But you know what? We made it to Charlie Kirk's memorial. We got to see Sweet Misery, and I got to spend an hour eating pizza with my sister. So, oh, there you are. Hello, Miss Burrell. I hope you are doing well. Celebrated my birthday. Oh, happy birthday! Sorry, I've been on the road. I've been lack of sleep. I've been lack of everything. I was on my birthday. I was driving to Arizona. Lack of sleep. My eyes are just. I mean, they're swollen. I'm so tired. I don't know if you guys can see that top lid. That top lid's sticking out. I'm tired. I'm tired. I was questioning whether. Thank you, Frank. But happy birthday. Big hugs and kiss. Laura lost her dog. Laura lost Jameson. Um, she lost him, I guess, Sunday morning. She calls me. I'm standing in line to get into the memorial for Charlie, and she calls me just hysterical. And so it's been a pretty emotional week, to say the least. It's not been a treat. And of course, driving 32 hours with all your feelings really sucks. I don't recommend it, okay? Unless you have a psychiatrist on dial-up, okay? Then you can sit with your feelings for 32 hours, but make sure you have speed dial. I have chat GPT. Don't recommend it. So what I do, so what do I do? I end up, did you, oh no, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's something that happened, just, it all happened so quickly. I'm just very, very thankful and very, very lucky. So whoever's been saying those prayers, keep it up. Which reminds me, I know we have a lot of prayers going on right now for a lot of different people. But Turkey Man's always looking for new prayers and more prayers. He's been dealing with some stuff. And Mr. and Mrs. E, they could use a lot of prayers for strength and healing. Um, I know they're going to be talking about some things here in the near future if they haven't already. But they just, as you guys are saying your prayers, we're going to be rolling in. What's today? Is today's Tuesday or Wednesday? Today's Tuesday, isn't it? No, it's already Wednesday. I think we're into Wednesday now. But they really could be using a lot of prayers. And we'll just leave it at that. Hey, Phil, Faye, Melinda, Whispering Winds. It's nice to see Little Orange Man, Nikki. Legend of Online Gamer. What, hello. It's me, Alex. It's nice to see you, my love. Frank, hello. Birthday girl, Angela Burrell. It's nice to see you up in the chat. Suzanne, Brenda, hey. And we got the Nightbot going. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to stay on here. As you guys can see, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I am absolutely exhausted, so I'm just going to kind of kill it here, just let you guys know I made it, I'm alive, nothing's happened, I'm good to go. Hey Melody, it's nice to see you. Randa, hey. The E's put out a message for prayers. Perfect, Randa. So if you guys haven't seen their post, please go over and see it. And they need some help, they need some prayers, they need our prayer warriors. Everybody and anybody just needs to be praying for them, putting their hands upon them, because they're going through a lot, an awful lot. And they are some of the kindest people in the world. I remember meeting them for the first time, and you just knew they were good people. You could tell it by just the way they talk, their mannerisms. They just want to do good. And they do a lot of good for everybody else, and they need some help, they need some prayers, and that's what we do here. So Melissa, hey. I pray you get a good night's sleep. I need a good night's sleep, but I had an amazing night's sleep last night. It's crazy because I think I stopped like 7:30, 8 o'clock, maybe. I have to look. I can't remember, but I think I stopped fairly early. And of course, we went live, and I went to bed right after that. Did we go live last night? I have to go back and check. My brain's starting to play games with me. But anyways, I ended up going to bed. I slept until like 7:30 this morning because I don't ever use alarm clocks. I've never needed to. I mean, my body gets me up anywhere between 3:30 and 5:30 every single morning, and that's just fine for me. So this morning I was up at 7:30, and that was 2 hours behind, I think. No, I think I was in Central Time by then. Was I? I don't know. I was in San Antonio yesterday. I'm in Florida today. And the day before that, I was in Arizona. So I don't know what time zone. I've been through every single time zone except Pacific time. I've never done a trip like this before. I don't think I don't want to do it again. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to do it again. This was too much. This is exhausting on my body. My poor little brain. It doesn't even function anymore. I feel like I should just be blowing bubbles. That's how I feel like I should be acting right now. Hey, B Betty, it's nice to see you, love. I'm alive. I wasn't gonna stay on here too long. I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys I'm alive. I am I made it to Florida. I'm still a long way from home, believe that. Um, I don't know, but I really want to get. Ooh, I must have stubbed my toe. Well, I'll be. I had to have stubbed my toe. Well, I'll be. I don't like that. Now I got an L looking toenail. Can't. I bet you guys want to see my toenail. I can't show you my toenail. Look at that. There's a big chunk missing right there. Look at that. What the hell? What the hell? I looked down and it's like it broke. And I don't remember stubbing my toenail, but I guess that's what the toenails are there for. So when you stub your toenail, you don't feel it when you stub your toenail. I don't know, but I just lost a toenail. That sucks. Not a whole one, just, Aww. Don't worry, guys. My feet are clean. I just cleaned my feet. Okay, I scrubbed in between my toes and everything. Got all the toe jam. You need to rest up. You are getting slap at. I know. Olivia and I call it delusional. When we get those, when we're so tired, we just start laughing at each other. We're just delusional. Anyways, we might go on a field trip tomorrow because we're in a special place, and I don't think I've ever explored this specific place. And I'm thinking that after I get my paperwork done, because we went on such an emotional field trip to Arizona, at least for me, it was very hard because you already know. So I'm not going to keep going down that rabbit hole, but I think it would be very interesting. I'm in a very special area, and there's a very special place that I have never, ever, ever visited before. And we never do any kind of wild, crazy excursions. Usually we're here for true crime, right? For most of you guys come to watch me because we cover true crime, and usually I'm doing some shenanigans somewhere, making sure there's attention to a case somewhere. Well, this is not quite like that, but we're gonna kind of nerd out a little bit tomorrow. I think we're gonna go a little nerdy, and so we might just how hot? Oh, God gracious! I don't know how hot it was. I just know it's a different kind of hot than Florida. It was like we've got our temperature typically is maybe 90. 92 or something like that, but the feel because of the humidity, it feels hotter, so you sweat more, so your body in Florida your body kind of tells you you're overheating. In Arizona it's like a dry heat, it's hot but it doesn't feel that hot, which scares the crap out of me because when it's when you have heat like that, it seems like you would get heat exhaustion quicker. I don't know. I'm allergic to Arizona. Okay, I don't know if you guys got the news flash from yesterday. When I was talking, my nose is all stuffy because I'm allergic to Arizona. Arizona and I don't like each other. I'm sorry, we just don't. I would go there for a Turning Point USA event. I would suffer with my allergies and the fact that I'm allergic to the state for TP USA, but that's to the extent. I don't think I really want to go back to Arizona. Hawaiian heat is crazy. That's another. See, I've never been to Hawaii. You know, it's crazy because I love Dog the Bounty Hunter. I grew up watching him, which is kind of insane that one of the very first interviews I ever did was Dog the Bounty Hunter. This was years ago. This was back in 2021, before I even, like before he even knew my name. Like I've spoken to him on the phone where he spoke and said Bullhorn Betty, So I have to say I'm a little starstruck about that. But I digress. But I always wanted to go to Hawaii because of him and Beth, because they were talking about the islands and it's like crazy. Some people told me you have to take a plane from island to island sometimes, or a boat. Like some of them aren't connected, if I'm not mistaken. And I just thought it was wild because, I look at a map and you guys look like a bunch of little dots. So I would never even begin to know. And I think you guys are closer to the equator. So I don't even know what to think about Hawaii. That's one bad allergy to take your toenail off. No, I think I stubbed my toe somewhere and I just didn't realize I stubbed it because I took a shower and everything, and I don't remember that it didn't snag. As usually for women, you can always tell if you have a snag, even if you can't see it or feel it. You get yourself around a fabric, and trust me, it's going to, So, of course, with the washcloth, so I must have stubbed my toe somewhere from the time I got out of the shower to the time I talked because it broke, and I can't think of any other reason why a toenail would break without it stubbing something. So I don't know. I'm just glad it didn't hurt because I always tell when I get mad at somebody, I always tell them, I said, when you stub your toe, you just remember that's me. Like karma. And here I stub my toe. I'm sorry, I get a little tickled to that. Okay, guys, I'm done. I've been on the road entirely too long. But I'm surprised. My sister, she had, I can't remember what it was called. It's like a pita bread, but it's actually the pizza crust. And they made like this fresh mozzarella, and it had like olive oil in it. And then they sprinkle some fresh herbs over it. And you take this like pita, but it's not pita. I could tell it's the bread from their pizza crust. And you just reach in there with the pizza crust and you grab like a little gob of that cheese, or you can use a spoon. It's me and my sister, okay? We're not that civilized. So her and I are just digging in with our hands, and she's like, maybe we should use a spoon. Yeah, this is fun. Got oil all over her hands. Anyways, it was delicious. It was absolutely delicious. Then she wanted me to try these meatballs, so I tried the meatballs, and then like their special pizza today, like they had cheese. They always have cheese and pepperoni on stock, but their specialty was vegetarian or veggie pizza. I'm like, So we ended up getting a margarita pizza. Oh, fresh basil, fresh mozzarella, baby. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. And so that was what the most south I've been is to Virginia Beach. That's south for you? Oh, dear goodness. Bless you, my child. Anything north of there is... I'm just joking. I need to stop. I'm just joking. You can smack me, Carol. You can smack me. I give you permission to smack me. Oh, good gracious. All right, guys, I am delusional. So I think it's time for me to call it a night. I'll probably do a quick live. I don't know if I'll set up the equipment. I've got enough plugs in this one. This is a cute room, too. Look at that. Look at that, theater. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? It's kind of cool. It's like my own little movie set in here. It's like my own little movie set here. Wow. That's actually a cool little pad here. I wish I had something like this in Arizona. I would have been much happier. Well, I was actually happy. My room was pretty nice. I enjoyed. I didn't really. Well, it was. It's kind of hard because we were there for such crappy reasons, you know. But I did. I did like the place a little bit. I mean, my room was clean. I didn't like the roads. I think that's what really kind of. Meh. You know me. I have to have safe roads. Like the whole thing in Louisiana. Like they should have had that speed limit down to 40 miles an hour through there. I'm sorry, because the road is unsafe, you know, with pouring down rain. I mean, not only that, I could feel the back end. I didn't know if that's what I was feeling or if I was just feeling the puddles hitting my tire. So I think I had some indicators that I was getting ready to hydroplane before it happened, because I remember hearing, like, it just felt weird. Hey Justin, it's nice to see you. Yes, I know. I just got to my hotel room, and since nobody heard from me all day and I'm on the road, I figured people would start freaking out. You know, I didn't, and especially if I couldn't go live tomorrow, people would really be freaking out. So I figured since this was a stopping point, I just got out of the shower. I figured a few minutes on here, let everybody know I'm alive, that I did have some hiccups, lots and lots of rain in Texas and Louisiana, so bad that I was just frustrated with how bad it was raining. But I made it through it, and I had to get rerouted because there was a wreck. Thank goodness it wasn't me. Just saying. It could have been. And I was rerouted for about an hour. But it kept it going, but it was like rerouted through like 30 and 45 mile an hour, you know. Ooh, cornbread. That sounds good. You and oh no, I was in Arizona this this morning. Was I in Arizona this morning? No, I was not. I was in Arizona the day before yesterday. Yesterday, or this morning, I was in Texas. So I've been driving since Texas. I stayed in San Antonio last night. That's right. Because I stayed in Tucson, Arizona. I was in Glendale, Arizona. Then I went to, after the service, I just wanted to get a couple hours in. So I ended up stopping in Tucson, then San Antonio. And then I ended up driving straight 16 hours today. And so I'm in Florida, but I'm still far crap ton away from my house. So, yeah. So I'm safe, kind of, sort of. We still have another, I don't know, 400 miles, 500 miles to go, 400 miles, 400, something like that. I would assume. I don't know. But I think this is, did you see the photo? Look at that. Isn't that a kind of a cute room? Look at that. I don't know. I think it's cute. I think it's cute. And this one up here, I don't know. I like this one. I'm gonna have to remember this brand because this is kind of neat. The whole place is neat. Like even going into the lobby, it's like walking into some place in Hollywood. And I'm thinking, well, damn. And trust me, I'm a cheap bee. Okay, like this didn't cost me anything. This cost me like $63 tonight. I'm like. I thought it was, and has like 8.6 stars. I don't know how I got lucky on this one, but I don't get this kind of lucky ever. So I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna sleep in this nice, comfy bed that you don't feel the springs in or the lumps in. It's really nice. Again, I am a cheap bee. I have a budget. I have champagne taste, but a beer budget. You know what I'm saying? So we have to budget here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. Hey Justin, I'm going for baby's house in. I'm sure that he understands that. I definitely do not. So, all right, guys, I've been on here way too much. We've almost been on here half an hour. I'm only gonna make it like an 8-minute thing. Hi and bye. Like hi, bye. I love you guys, but I'm going to bed. And so I'm just gonna. Oh, Alicia, is Alicia up in the house? It's nice to see you. All right, guys. Well, I do love you. I hope you guys have a great morning, I guess. I'm not going to be up for several hours, and when I get up, I'm going to be slow. I'm close enough to home that I'm going to be home tomorrow, and I'm going to enjoy the shit out of this hotel. I have a funny feeling I'll have actually a decent breakfast, which will be nice. So, kudos to this place. This place is getting a 5-star from Bullhorn Betty. That's hard to impress Bullhorn Betty, but $60 and I got, look at this again. I mean, come on. Come on. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I like, you know, I just need the you know, the sign that says on air outside the door, and I think we got it made in the shade. I mean, I'm just babies in house. Whose babies? The story in PA. Oh, okay. Then I haven't watched it yet. Carol, send me something about that story. If we got a new story going, I've been on the road for 18 hours. The good news is I'll be home tomorrow, and I think I'll be able to get a lot of stuff done. I need to reach out to, I need to take care of some personal matters and apologize because, again, I was supposed to have paperwork done on Friday, and I don't know where my brain has been. On the way up here, I'm just, you know, it's one of those things when you finally, everything starts calming down, you start going through your mental checklist, because that's what you do when you're in a car with all your feelings and stuff for 32 hours. So, you know, I'm going through it, I'm like, crap, and you know, and then it's even more frustrating, because now you're on the road, you realize you forgot something, and there's no way to stop and fix it now. I mean, you just got to keep going. It's like, well, shit, somebody probably thinks I'm a real asshole, and I'm not trying to be. I'm just one of those things, damned if you do, damned if you don't. We just have to grin and bear it, just do better, right? That's what it all comes down to, just do better, just do better. Take notes, put it in your calendar, dumbass, like something. Something. Eeyore, it's nice to see you. All right, guys, I love you, I'm alive. I will see you tomorrow sometime, so hopefully we'll get a live in before I have to hit the road. But Carol, send me that on the new case. I'd like to look at that first thing in the morning while I'm eating breakfast. That'll be a good time to catch up on some new news. I don't think much more is coming out on Charlie Kirk, which I had planned on after the memorial. You know, I've already made the decision. I'm going to set up a political channel. It's absolutely insane that I haven't done it yet. But I know why I haven't done it yet, because everybody was being so nasty and mean to me before, and now that, you know, finally people can start seeing what I was seeing long before all of this, and where I was praying that everything that we were voting for was going, and now that we're just starting to really make some changes, especially the autism thing is huge. It's just freaking huge. It just is. And I just feel like there's so much more good that's going to be coming. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like there's just going to be more good coming. So for that not to be showcased as foolish, especially, you know, considering that's the start of Bullhorn Betty, literally the beginning for me, right? It's politics. It wasn't true crime. It was politics. So anyways, they've awakened a sleeping beast, and we'll be doing a political channel. I think I'm only going to do like going over some political news. We're not going to be really too biased, I don't think, unless there's, you know, something that comes up where I feel like my opinion is necessary. I think we're going to try to keep it as even road as possible, or maybe we'll try. That's the way we're gonna say it. We'll try. Okay, I don't know. It depends, because you guys see how it is with the true crime cases. I mean, somebody gets under my craw. You know they get under my craw because I'm sitting here screaming, right? So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. They might shut me off the air. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Anyways, all right, guys. You guys have a good night. I love you, and we'll chat tomorrow. Bye.